Hey guys, so I have a little thing to share with you, an experience of mine that unfortunately left me so scarred that I never did any collaborations with any YouTubers ever since. It was 2016 and I'm just estimating, and I don't have receipts because Skype deletes conversations when someone blocks you, I believe, and I don't even know what my Skype login is. This was back when Skype was a big thing and everybody was speaking through Skype. This is before Discord. So one day I'm live streaming and Psychra joins my live stream and he says, "Oh, this is wonderful. Your content is wonderful. You're doing great things." At the time, I believe I had 30,000 subscribers, even less than that. I think I had maybe 20,000 subscribers. I really don't know. Maybe you guys can find out. I was very small at the time. And small in numbers, not small in community. You guys have always been there for me. I love you guys so much. But I was a small channel. And he joins the live stream. I believe it was either before or after he did a shout out for me at the end of one of his 3-hour live streams that he uploads. He did a live stream with his friends and he did a shout out. "Hey guys, go check out Istebrak." And I had a couple comments pop up. "Hey, I'm here from Psychra's live stream. Your content is great." So a couple comments came in like that. He basically was saying that she's got tons of videos, she's great, y'all need to go see her videos, etc. And then either that happened before or after he joined the live stream, but everyone was like, "Oh, this is fake, this isn't the real Psychra, it's just somebody on the live stream changed their name." And so I ignored it. And then a second live stream I did, and there he was on a critique hour, Psychra again, and I was like, "Is this the real Psychra?" And he's like, "Yeah, this is me." And then we started talking because he added me on Skype, or I added him. I forget how we connected to add each other on Skype, like where we initially messaged. YouTube used to have a messaging system. You could actually message a channel. And so once we started talking, he continued more of his praises about my channel and my knowledge and what I do and how effective it is, etc. And the praises were just... wow, like there were a lot of praises. And then he said that he's watching 2 of my videos at the same time, and one was muted, the other wasn't, and he was taking notes and he was learning, and he's just so grateful for my channel. And he says this key phrase. He tells me that he has a content problem, that he doesn't know what videos to make anymore for his channel, and he doesn't know what's going to happen to his channel, and he's run out of ideas. And so he says this key phrase, and I didn't think anything of it. Then I think a month passes or weeks pass, and again he just continues speaking to me, always referring to some kind of financial crisis that he has, telling me the exact amount of money he made a month, something like $2,000 a month from ad revenue that's going down too much and he can't afford his life anymore, and he doesn't know what kind of videos to make. And he had to move countries to live with his wife, and he has to finance that marriage. I don't know what he was, he was giving me a lot of his personal information, and I've barely known him. Then all of a sudden, within that time period, that small amount of, I call it the grooming period that he did, he releases a video on how to draw eyes. And I didn't even notice the video. I didn't notice until someone brought it to me. They basically comment, "Oh wow, it's really showing that Psychra and Istebrak are friends now, because his videos are starting to look a lot like hers." And my Skype used to have hundreds of people in it, I think 1,000 people in it. That's how I used to do this whole thing. Before Google Plus, people were submitting their art through Skype, so I was running everything through Skype. And then I watched the video that they sent me, and that's kind of when my alert went off. They're like, "Yeah, his video looks like yours." And then I go to the video and there's other people commenting in it, and I don't know if he's deleting these comments, but some are coming through. "Wow, this is looking like an Istebrak video. Haha, this looks like an Istebrak video." And I was like, "Oh, cool." And then I watched it like very closely, and I'm noticing a lot of myself in the video. And that's as much as I can say about it. If you disagree with that, that's up to you. But I know my method and I know his method. And I saw my method on his videos. And I noticed that the video actually had multiple videos in it. meaning that the video was like a combination of different videos, which is so funny because he said he was watching many of my videos at the same time practically. He was like praising me. Yeah, I'm watching 2 at a time. And I just noticed that that is reflected here. It's completely parallel. And so I very, very politely asked in the most tact way possible, God is my witness, that is what I did. I did not confront him in a violent way, in a verbally abusive way. I didn't kind of do it as a tactless jab. I didn't do it in a quick way. I didn't do it in a hateful way or a way that was confrontational or antagonizing. I just did it in a way that I felt was very respectful to the friendship I was developing with him, which I thought was a friendship. And so I go to him and I say, hey, Psychra, I noticed that your video looks a lot like mine and I'm not the only one. There's comments on the video that mention that. And I'm just hoping that if you do pick up, because you told me yourself that you've watched multiple videos at the same time. And I said, hey, if you're going to watch some of my videos, could you, just give me a quick shout out in the video. Just like anything. Hey, I picked this up off an Istebrak video. Anything like that. I said to him, I do that for you. There's a video of yours about improvement. In one of his videos, he actually depicted a graph about how to improve and what happens when you're not drawing, if you're still improving, if your eyes improve, if your hands improve, something like that. I forget. I said, I actually direct people to that specific video of yours. And if you watch right now, if you go to my videos in 2016, you'll see me say, there's a Psychra video you all need to watch, and it's about improvement, and I can't say it better than he does. Go watch it. That's what I thought people do for each other. And I asked him to do that for me. And so I was running classes at the time because I started teaching in 2014, 2013. So I had a class. It was like 5 minutes to the class. And I teach the class through Skype, so I wasn't signed off. I was just live streaming, and my students' live stream was open, and my chat with them was open, and I was editing their work. And just like what I do now, just private tutoring. And while I teach, I don't have my notifications on, so I didn't see that he messaged me during the entire time. And then I finished the class, and I could not believe my eyes. You know when you're like, something bad happens to you, and your adrenaline goes up, and your heart starts racing, and your stomach sinks. I opened his messages, and the things he said shocked me to today. Which is that they were so horrible that to this day, I don't speak to him. And I don't try to interact with him. And I don't even know what to do with it. How dare you accuse me of this, you fucking bitch. Stuff like that. How dare you accuse me of stealing your content? Who the fuck do you think you are? Your small channel, and if I showed people this, I could easily destroy you. I could destroy your channel. I can show these people these messages, and I can destroy your channel. And he also said things like, I know you can see these messages. I know you're ignoring me. Come out and face me. Stuff like that. I know what the fuck you're doing, and it's not going to work on me. I was shocked. I don't think I replied until he was done, and I read through everything, and I called Abu over, and my heart was racing, and I had no idea what the hell was going on. And it was just one verbally abusive statement after the other, and it was just complete, total assault, and using every possible low jab he could think of at the time to hurt me or threaten me. I could make a video right now and tell everybody what you did. Your channel will be over and no one will watch your videos anymore. Stuff like that. And so I was like, first of all, I messaged you a very respectful question, just asking you if you did, because you told me now you're watching tons of my videos 2 at a time. If you do pick up something out of my videos, please just say that it was from my mind you found this knowledge. Like, what's wrong with that? Why don't I deserve that? Why don't I deserve that? Why don't you just do that? If you picked up something from my channel, from my mind, a phrase or words that you picked up because it's published, it's officially copyrighted, it's published publicly and with a date, and YouTube providing that proof of publication. It's my knowledge and it's my information and it's my data and it's my text. So if you're going to quote from my textbook, just say you are. It's standard courtesy. And that's all I asked for. That's all I asked for. I never cussed at him back. I never yelled at him back. Crying. I was sobbing. I was sobbing because I didn't know what I did wrong. I grew up in a very abusive home, so I didn't know how to defend myself. And this was just 3 years out. So 2016, I escaped my family home in 2013. And so my family home, if you know already, is the reason why I have back problems. I have broken bones in my body because of the home I lived in. I experienced severe traumas in that home, and I found myself in the United States, and I was, you know, just doing my thing for 3 years. So I don't confront, and I was very afraid. I was just a person walking through this town the town that I ended up in, looking over my shoulder all the time and worried that they'd find me, the family, and worried that they were driving behind me. And I was just so afraid all the time. So I was someone who did not confront anyone. I didn't put a foot out and defended myself too much. I learned to do that with a vengeance later in life because I learned how to stand up for myself. And so 2016, I was still an egg. I was practically an egg. And so that's where my tears came from, because I could not find camaraderie. I could not find kindness. I could not find a group that wanted to take me in. I was just this lonely teacher, just in a cave somewhere by myself, just trying to teach people what I know because it was all I had. I'm sorry, give me a second. I'm not crying because I'm sad right now. I'm crying because I was so sad back then. And I was so alone. And it was before I had my community. So I was just by myself. I didn't really have a close-knit group of friends as I do now that gave me that support other than Abu. And so Abu was just right there, equally shocked. And we were both just mortified because we admired Saikra so much. So much. And Abu was just like, oh my God, I watched so much of his videos. He was my hero for a while. I can't believe this is what he said. And I'm like, look at this chat history. And so I was like, this is, I don't know what to do with this, Saikra. All I asked for was just, if you are picking up from my videos, please just quote me. Because I've done that for you. I've done that for FZD. I've done that for Mark Crilly. I have always told people where to go and how I found that knowledge. Because to me, knowledge isn't something you keep. That's just disgusting to me. It's deplorable. In my view of things in the future, knowledge and education and higher education is free. Because knowledge should be free. It's such a perversion of nature to hoard knowledge. That's how I see things. That's why I have almost 1,000 videos of me just giving away everything I have observed in life for free. I didn't know what to do. I just sat there for like an hour, and then I don't know if it was him or me that requested a call, but then we started speaking, and he adds his wife to the call, which it's now a 2v1. By the end of that call, I had no voice. My voice was just gone. I had no voice. And I was like, he kept trying to steer the discussion back to how offended he was. He never ever answered my question. Why did you verbally berate me like that? And he changed the conversation again about something that he offended him, and how it's like being him, and how life is like for him, and the things he's going for, and how much I am a bad person. And he'd be done, and I'd be like, I asked you a question. Why did you verbally berate me? And he wouldn't answer it. And the entire time, his wife took most of the conversation, and I had no issue with her. I respected her. She seemed like a very respectful person. In fact, I felt bad because I didn't want her caught up in the middle of this. She seemed like such a sweet human being. She was trying so hard to clean up his mess. And so I just sat there like I didn't want to argue with her, and I didn't want to hurt her, or I didn't want to put her through anything. And so I'm sitting there watching this verbally abusive guy hiding behind his wife, and his wife just trying her best to make him look like a very honorable, respectable, dignified person. And I'm just there like, I didn't know what to do. And at the end of the call, nothing was resolved. He didn't apologize. My ears were ringing, my head was spinning, my voice was gone. But I have nothing to lie about. And I asked myself, all the time, why didn't I do it? Why didn't I tell people sooner? Why didn't I tell people on the day of? More than anything, I had tons of fear. And I didn't want him to take away the only thing I had in my life, which was my YouTube channel. It was all I had. And I'm so grateful I had Abu by my side. But at the end of the day, it was not something anyone should endure. For instance, like if I had been a stronger person, if I had been a person who could defend herself, it still doesn't take away from the volume of abuse I endured in that small amount of time I interacted with Sykra. The grooming period, the compliments period, the narcissism, the verbal abuse, and then the shunning. After that, I believe he deleted or edited the part where he gave me a shout out. It was like the shout out he gave me and the compliments he gave me was this unspoken, unagreed upon down payment for what he was about to do, which is help himself to mimicking, without accrediting, my method and my content. While he was berating me, he was saying, oh, you think you own gray backgrounds? Oh, you think you own the eye? Oh, you think you own knowledge about art? You don't own Photoshop. You don't own this format. And I kept trying to explain that it's not that. It's my individual thought process is mine. And the timeline of my thought process is mine. These are my thoughts. And you are taking my thoughts and using them in your videos and without saying anything about me. And I'm going to say, I'm going to speak up against that. I'm going to say something against that. And it wasn't from a good place, all his shout out and all of his, I don't believe it came from a good place because of what he did within 3 or 4 weeks of the day he did the shout out and how he reacted after. If it was just a shout out and that's it, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have ever had a problem. But it was because of what he did after that it felt like this. It felt like a quiet down payment for what he was about to do, which was take some of my content and help himself to it. He had this whole live stream booked with me in it so we can all hang out and draw together. He threw me off of that. And I tried to speak to him a week after the event. And he didn't reply to me. He left me on red and then deleted me off Skype. And it was all just the shunning period, I think, was the worst because he punished me in what way he could. And I believe the video is still up without any credit to me other than what's in the comments. I don't know if the video is still up. It took me this long. This happened in 2016. It's 2024 almost. It took me this long to talk about this, because I was afraid of the backlash. And I got over the fear about 4 years ago, but then I got my house and I started working nonstop, head to the floor, grinding, trying to fix my channel, trying to fix my house, trying to just manage the physical pain I feel from my back problem. And so I just had no time to sit down and tell everybody. I've told you guys for a while about a nameless creator on YouTube that put me through something extremely traumatizing, and to this day, you know, I can't do collaborations with other YouTubers because of it. It's not because I hate YouTubers, it's not because I'm a snob, it's not because I'm, you know, I don't want to work with others. It's because the only thing I wanted to focus on was you guys. You guys are my life. You guys are my life. I just wanted to just focus on that. And so who cares about what some guy did years ago? Who gives a damn? Until I started giving a damn again, until a couple months ago. And I'm like, why am I shielding him from something he did to me? And why has he gotten away with it for so long? And why am I lying for him? Why am I lying for him? Why am I lying for him? And I kept asking myself that. And that's why I made this video. And I feel like that was a very bad thing that I did, keeping it censored for so long. I don't know why I protected him. I don't know why. I don't know why. It was maybe fear. It was maybe backlash. It was just, I don't like drama. I've never liked drama. I grew up in a house where drama was every other day. And I was a tired and recovering person, recovering from a life of abuse, 23 years of it. And so I just didn't want any more drama. I just wanted peace. I just wanted to watch Ghibli movies. I just wanted to draw with my friends. And I just wanted to draw and live stream and just not have my channel taken down. Sorry, that's my bird in the background. I don't think he's ever brought me up because there's nothing to bring up. There's nothing to bring up. I didn't do anything to him. And I didn't disrespect him. And I didn't defame him. And I didn't abuse him. It was nothing but respect and camaraderie. And I thought I found a brother in the industry that does what I do and cares about the students the way I care about it, that cares about the future the way I do. I thought I found a brother in Sykra, but I know now it was not a friendship. It was a convenient thing that he was building up, a kind of source or a kind of supply that he was grooming for himself and his channel. And I didn't know I was being handled like that. And I was so disappointed and I was heartbroken. And as was Abu. And as everyone else who I've ever told, a close group of friends later on in life, told privately, it was Sykra who did it. And they were shocked as well. So I'm not here again trying to start drama. I'm not a drama person. What drama video is there on my channel other than the drama of telling people to stop being line dependent? This is not me trying to fan flames or anything. I'm tired of carrying this secret around, and I don't want to protect anybody from what they've done to me anymore. And I don't want any more interactions with him. I don't want any response from him. I don't want any kind of communication, because he's never, not one time, tried to apologize or discuss what happened. He just assumed he successfully scared me and that it was all done. The past was forgiven. It was forgotten, and he got away with it. And there are many things that people have done to me that they've gotten away with. And again, it's just a sense of justice that I'm searching for. Because, to be honest, my heart is still extremely broken about this. If it wasn't, I'd be doing all kinds of collaborations. Adam Duff had more than enough compassion and empathy and kindness to interact with me in a respectful way. It just goes to show how much of a wonderful person Adam Duff is, that I can bring down this giant wall, that I can bring down this wall for him, because of how kind and gentle and respectful he was to me in any communication he had with me. So it's not that I don't know how to collaborate. I can. It's that there's a trauma there, and I'm scared of it all happening exactly the same way again. I don't think that fear is going to go away, because again, I was sitting there shocked and crying in this way that I'll never forget. I thought I found a brother, and in the end, it was just a knife in the back. And so, again, I have no desire to speak with Psychra or communicate with him, not because I'm an angry, petty woman, but because I saw things that day and read things and experienced a darkness that it's a kind of narcissism that I've seen before. It doesn't just disappear. And people continue to be narcissists. They just find better and better ways at hiding it, being more suave, more witty, and they just find even more ways to sneak into people's lives and win the vote. And so I don't want to give anybody a chance to play those games with me again. Cut them out completely. And I try to live in the opposite way as an empath. Try to connect on an emotional and respectful level. And people who have known me can attest to that with confidence. I have no desire at all. I just wanted to tell you guys what happened to me and what I've been hiding. And I don't want to go into 2024 lying about what happened. I've been embracing the opportunities that have come my way. I'm so grateful for my channel blowing up on Instagram, and I'm so grateful for the people who found me here, and I'm still grateful for YouTube. Even though views are low and things are slow, I'm still so grateful. At least YouTube lets me keep my videos up as an index, as a library of some kind for people who need it when they need it. So I'm grateful for a lot, and I don't want this year to be weighed down or stained by some event in the past, some wound I've kept hidden for no reason at all. And that will never happen again with me. And I want to thank you guys for watching the whole video, because I know that was a lot and probably a whole whirlwind. And again, I'm not a drama channel, and I have no intention of making a response video. If there is another video being made about me, I have no intention of continuing this or being part of the wheel. No thank you. One video about this, and that's the only video I'm going to make. And if they want to make a response video full of lies, if they want to make a response video full of apology, if they want to make a response video full of whatever may come out of the mouth that told me all of those horrible things, I'm not interested. I will not watch it. Don't tell me about it. I do not care. And I wish you guys a happy new year. And I am going to keep doing this. And they're never going to demoralize me, because all I care about is art. Art is my life. Art is my blood. Art is everything. And art is what heals the world. And I'm just going to focus on that. Thank you guys. Bye.